Hello everybody. Today we will be discussing biomagnification and bioaccumulation. So first have a look at the definitions of bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Bioaccumulation refers to the accumulation of toxic chemical present in the environment inside the tissue of a particular organism, while biomagnification refers to the increased concentration of those toxic chemicals inside the tissue of any organism or any animal. Now, we'll elaborate the term biomagnification because bioaccumulation is just the deposition of those toxic chemicals, but the biomagnification leads to the high when the higher concentration of those toxic chemicals present in the environment, it leads to the biomagnification. So it is also known as bioamplification or biological magnification, and it is the increase in concentration of toxic pollutant, and it is the consequence of the persistence of any toxic chemical in a within a food chain or food web, and low rate of internal degradation excretion of these substance leads to the formation of biomagnification inside the tissue of any organism. So again, biomagnification, it is an increase in the concentration of toxicant, and if a toxicant can biomagnify, then animals or the predator at the top of the food chain, they will have higher concentration than animals at the lower on the food chain. Why so? This I'll explain you later. Even small concentration of the chemicals in the environment can find their way into these organisms and become into the high harmful enough doses to cause the various health problems. Now, what are bioaccumulants and what is the difference between bioaccumulation and biomagnification? So, bioaccumulants or the toxic substance, these are the toxic substance that increase in concentration inside the tissue of any organism. They enter the organism through contaminated air, water, food or soil, and in a very slow metabolized rate they are excreted, but they entered in a very higher rate. Now, what is the difference between bioaccumulation and biomagnification? Bioaccumulation is the concentration of a particular pollutant from the environment which occurs within a trophic level, that is one level of a food chain. Usually the first organism in the food chain is affected by the bioaccumulation, whereas biomagnification, it is the concentration of that pollutant across the food chain. That means it will include, it will acquire up to the various food web also. Now, how these toxic elements leads to the biomagnification? So biomagnification occurs when substance like pesticides or other artificial chemicals or natural chemicals move up to the food chain by working their way into the environment. For example, pollutants, those are released in the lakes or other water bodies from industries or from households or from various buildings. So they are taken up by the microorganisms like plankton. Those are the primary producers for aquatic ecosystem. So these plankton are later on eaten by the aquatic organisms such as zooplankton or fish, which in turn are eaten by larger birds, animals and humans. So that results in the concentration or the deposition of these toxic elements inside the organ of any animal or any human, and they move up in the chain and start increasing their concentration. Here in this diagram you can see this is a industrial area, and it is supposed to discharge its effluents inside the water. So what is happening initially, the uh, mm, and heavy metals or the toxicants which are being released inside the water body are being eaten up by the phytoplankton, as you can see here written phytoplankton, and then these phytoplankton are utilized by the zooplankton, and then by from zooplankton these are eaten by the small fishes, and these small fishes are then eaten by the top consumer level animals, that includes large fishes, animals, birds and humans. So from starting, the bio accumulation of these toxicants started, but as they reach the higher trophic level in within a food chain or food web, the concentration of their presence gets increased, and they leads towards the formation of biomagnification. And here you can see, this is the process of biomagnification that is happening inside any water body and reaching up to us. Now, these are the few substances, and few substances, those are the category or the example of toxicants. And here it is given their origin and the problems that are being caused by these toxicants. So for example, first we will take PCBs, that is polychlorinated biphenyls. They are originated from insulators in transformers, plasticizers, retardants, and what they impair the reproductive capacity in man and animals. And second one is the polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbons. These hydrocarbons are the components of petroleum products and which are carcinogenic. So these are causing cancer in animals or man, we can say. And other than this, heavy metals like mercury, copper, cadmium, chromium, etc., they are coming from various sources, industries, mining, and other sources, and affecting, say, central nervous system, affecting reproductive capacity, and causing damaging kidney and liver as well. And then is the cyanide and selenium. So cyanide is used in leaching gold. Sometimes it is used in fishing also, and it is very toxic. It gets accumulated inside the tissue of fishes, and if we eat it, so it will reach the body of us also. And then selenium, it is coming from the forming deserted soils, and it is causing reproductive failure. And now here, important thing, as you can see in this figure, why we have said that the concentration of these toxic elements or toxicants increase. So here you can see, in water, when it enter into a aquatic ecosystem, so in water its concentration is very lower, say for example 0.000003 ppm, that is very less. But when this water is inhaled by zooplankton, its concentration increased to 0.04 ppm. And when these zooplankton are eaten by the small fishes, then the concentration will become the 0.5 pm. Then up to the last fish, it's 2 pm, and when it reaches the top consumers, it became the 25 ppm. Here you can see on the rate by which it increases. uh, and at the starting level it's parts per trillion, then parts per billion, then 1 parts per million, then 10 parts per million. So this is how it increases. And the very important point here to make is why it increased, because the rate of intake of these heavy metal is very much slower than the way or by the process of metabolism by which it's get excreted. So it is entering our body at a very low very faster rate, but the rate that by which we can excrete it from our body, it is very lesser, it is very lower. So these elements started accumulated inside the tissue of our body or the of any of the organ, and then its concentration becomes magnifying. Once it gets started accumulated into any of the tissue, then its concentration started magnifying. So this is very important thing, and this is the rate by which any heavy metal gets increased. And one another important thing I want to say is, it is the concentration of these heavy metals that makes them toxic. And the two very important thing about these toxicants or the toxic substance is that the concentration of these toxic elements and the time up to which it is going to remain there in the environment. These are the two important factors which decides the ultimate fate of these elements in the environment. Now Biomagnification in different ecosystems. Biomagnification can cause anywhere at any of the ecosystem, for say terrestrial or ecosystem, or even in agricultural field. As you can see here, I have given few pictures to explain this. In the picture one, just a dustbin is over there, and a cow or other animal is supposed to eat something, and now this garbage is consist of, it may have heavy metals that is coming from our house only and from nowhere else. So when accidentally these animals eat it, and when we eat it, those animals, those heavy metals or toxicants are entering into our body and getting deposited over there and causing various disease. Now in the second picture also you can see ki how accidentally these animals or cattle are coming in contact with the pesticides, that is composed of harmful artificial chemicals, and reaching to us by the way of crop, as well as by the way of the flesh we eat of the animals. And here in the third diagram you can see the bioaccumulation and biomagnification inside any aquatic ecosystem. So this is something about the bioaccumulation and biomagnification. These are the two very important and significant topic from environmental science point of view, and one has to study these to control the entry of these toxicants inside the environment. So we should try to control the entry of these toxic elements inside any water body or any soil or in the air. How we can do it is just, it is not only the industries or other way buildings, those are responsible for creating these heavy metals to enter into the environment, but our daily activity also. For example, we suppose we just throw all the garbage of our home which is found in our home to the dustbin, and without knowing what is the composition of that waste, we throw it inside the common dustbin. So thereby accidentally it reaches the animals or the water body, or if we throw those garbage not in the water body, if we throw just like that on the soil also, so soil also absorb it. So it is very important for us to be careful while discarding such type of waste which is having heavy toxic metal or toxic substances. So this is all about biomagnification and bioaccumulation. Thank you so much. Thank you for being your kind attention.